I got a video that I wasn't planning on doing for you guys, at least not yet. And you could all thank one of our current subscribers, Justin Van Allen. You could thank him because he was persistent in telling me I should go and check these out. Initially, these were only on sale online on Lowe's website. And you could pick up, and that's pretty much everything Craftsman V-Series is dedicated to online purchasing. No in-box stores typically have these that I've even seen. Maybe you guys have. But these are the top grade of Craftsman. And some of you may argue that that's not great, or some of you may argue it's great. I get either side of the argument because they do have some good stuff and they do have some okay stuff. But what Justin said is, hey, pick them up, wait for them to get shipped to you. Didn't work out for me. And luckily, these actually just popped up at my local Lowe's. So just like you guys, these are at your local Lowe's, and they are getting bought out very quickly, much like all the other V-Series stuff that you guys see landing right now. That being said, I want to go through these V-Series XXL ratcheting single flex head double box end wrench. Say that 2 times fast. And I got both the metric and the SAE here. And their corresponding part numbers are going to be found here, CMMT87410V. And then for the SAE is going to be CMMT87400V. So we'll go over these, and I'll explain why I picked them up. Maybe even give you guys a couple of insights of what's unique about these. And maybe we'll get a comparison between them and some Gearwrenches over here. And we'll give you the overall price too, because that's going to be important to whether or not you guys think these things are worth your time. So hang in here. We'll check those out right now. All right, guys. So here's the sets. You have the SAE on this side. We'll go over the sizes real quick so you can see. It's a 7-piece set: 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, half, 9/16, 5/8, and 11/16. So a pretty good run there. And they are extra long, and they are the flex heads. They are 6 points, which we'll take a look inside there. So 6-point box end, and then it's going to be on the opposing side a 12-point ratcheting end. So we'll take a look at the technologies in both of those. And then on the millimeter side, you're going to have, I'm going to try to make it here so you guys can see, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, skips 15, 16, 17, skips 18, 19. Then this is going to be the majority. Some of you guys may use 15, but this is going to be, for me, the majority of the metrics that I run. Would I love to see a bigger set? Yeah, but all in all, it is a pretty good run for at least what I'm going to be using a long beam wrench on. I do like the holders for them. They are plastic. They aren't the strongest, though. They are a little bit on the flimsy side, but I think they'll hold up long term, especially for my needs, at least well enough. And again, you can see on the side here all the sizes that come with it. On the back, the most important part being, 5-degree arc swing is what they claim to have with this. So that equates out to being a 72-tooth ratchet, which is pretty good. I mean, that's in the okay range. 72 is good, good enough for most needs. All of the V-Series stuff is going to be made overseas, and Taiwan is one of the better locations to have that built. No China here for these sets. And this is going to be much the same. So I'm going to focus just on the millimeter, as that's just probably the most common here. So let's crack it open and take a look inside. All right, so this is what it looks like with its own little, I haven't even cracked this open here, guys, so we'll be the first ones looking at this set together. But you guys can see here, much of the same, just a little sticker. It does have a little plastic hinge here, nothing super durable, so we'll see how well that lasts up over time. I do like their other sets. They do put a hinge on them. This set, for whatever reason, they've kind of cheapened out a little bit on. Retention looks pretty decent. It's going to have these little clasps in here, little compression fittings, so not too bad. So here's a 19 millimeter. Very much flush on this side. No chamfer to this end. Very much flat, which is okay. If you want to get a nice flat grab, you can. A lot of ratchets go that way. You do see the chamfer on this side. And again, it is a 6-point. It is just a standard 6-point inside there. There is no RBRT or any of that extra, damaged fastener removal. It is just very much the standard box end. There's not even any reliefs in the corner. So very simple broaching going through there. You can see here, let's just check fitment real quick. With the 19. That's snug. It's not going anywhere. And it does incorporate this added technology, which I like on the end, which is it's still going to be a straight beam, but then also having this offset on the end, which allows you to get a couple, maybe a quarter of an inch. So as you're trying to maybe work yourself around an obstacle that's next to it, you could still get on it and give it some leverage. And it's nice that it's straight too, because you'll be doing leverage in parallel with the fastener you're working on. You won't be at an angle out of the way where it could slip off. This is going to help keep that snug on there and tight. And I'll tell you, for the 19 millimeter, that is actually really snug. We'll take a look at the Gearwrench here in a second. And then going down the beam here, it is an I-beam. So it is skinny in the middle, flat on the ends. It does have, they actually do a good job here stamping in the part number. So individually, if you need to get the part number, it's located there. They do stamp the numbers on both sides. And then Craftsman in the middle. And it is deep stamping too. It is not light. It's also worth noting, you could feel the impression from the stamping as you run your hand down the beam. I don't know if you can see it, but it just gives it an ever so slight bulge. But that doesn't affect the quality. And then they do run a hex retention pin there. They do mark it with the direction on and off locations, or left and right. Let's put on the fastener. And that feels good. Yeah, it works good. You could then the nice thing too is you could run it straight up and down, 90 degree. Do some quick tightening or some quick loosening. Yeah, it's actually really nice. Good solid gears inside there. I'll pop on another one here. Let you guys see the 1 out 12 millimeter. Much the same. Looks good. Feels good. Fits on there nice and tight. Yeah. A little bit stiffer in the neck on this one, but all in all, feels pretty good. Now the beam is nice too in that it's not too sharp on your hand. They do roll the edge a little bit, but they'll give you that extra security as you're holding on to it. I also like that it does have this flex it on this end of the hand, because you can actually kind of support that in your palm as you're trying to leverage on the beam. So it's not going to feel as bad, especially with that rounded head inside there. You could also fold it in if you want, either direction if it's in your way. But nice long beam design. These are extra long beams. For the 19 mil, 15, almost 16 inches. Now let's take a quick look at the Gearwrench. We'll just do this one here that you'll see for the 19, so we do a 19 to 19 comparison. But I picked up this set a while ago. Maybe I'll do a review on it. Maybe we'll count this as the review for you guys. But this is going to be a 12-point box end. Very thin head design. And then here's your ratcheting side as well. 72 tooth. So exactly the same. Only difference being is it's not going to be a flex head. And overall lengths are, virtually identical. Yeah. Let's see who keeps the lower profile at the head, because this is going to be key for head strength and for removing fasteners. Let you guys see side to side. So the Gearwrench isn't nearly as wide. So Gearwrench is on this side. And it's a little bit narrower through the head. So if you have really tight tolerances, this will be beneficial. But that also introduces fatigue when you really get on a fastener. This is a 12 point. You're only catching the far edges. So as you see here, we'll do a backwards scenario so you can see what it looks like. It's only trying to catch the corners, and so it's going to have less material to hold back as you really torque down on it. Now, have I seen one of these pop off and bust open? I can't say I even recall one that I've done that's actually fallen apart or blown apart. So I think your odds are pretty good, but the fact that you have all this extra material in this one is going to make it stronger long term. Now that is difficult because let's say you're on a fastener in this direction. You can only get to it every 45 degrees, right? You only have so many positions, and if you're in a tight position, then you're not going to be able to get to that fastener. Now, at the 12 point, you double that opportunity, right? You have a lot more positions. You can get this into breaker mode, twice the positions. So these are definitely going to be handy in those really tight positions. But overall, what do I think is better? Finish-wise, between the two, they're both made in Taiwan. The Gearwrench set has a nice stamping to it too. It looks good. I mean, I don't hate it. That's why I picked it up. But this set's going to cost you about 140, 150 bucks, and you're going to get 12 piece, which is more, right? You get 12 versus 7. But it's also worth noting that with the Craftsman, this set was $169, I think, $169, $179, and right now it is on sale for $49.99. 49 bucks for a set of actually really nice, really well finished, Taiwan made, flex head, 6 point, because I know some of you guys really like those 6 points. This is a good set, guys. That's nice. That's a good price. And they're going to sell out of them. Get on board now and pick up a set, because they already went out of the metrics once. I think they brought in some more inventory because you couldn't buy them online. But you're going to count on your store, your local store, to give you whatever is left, honestly. Because I don't know if they're going to discontinue this, because they're selling everything that's V-Series is on sale right now. And it really hasn't been on this kind of sale ever before. I picked up some V-Series over the last couple of years, and it was just onesie, twosie things. But I bought a whole bunch this year, and I'll share them with you guys if you guys are interested. So let me know in the comments below if these tools are something you're interested in. Right? Some of you guys may not be, but if you are, please let me know, because I got more of these I'd love to share with you, especially during the holidays, and these are really good buys right now. Guys, I also wanted to note that on the end section here, that the Craftsman actually has a tighter box end ratcheting side. So when it comes to size, it's ever so slightly smaller in dimension. Right, and you can see that extra material going around the box end here. So I like that they've minimized that. Goes to show that they keep their tolerances tighter and smaller, and we all benefit from it. All in all, great sets, great fitment so far. I've got no complaints, guys. It's a good tool set. They got good quality in them, and I think if you're in the market for a set, you should pick them up. All right, guys. I'd love to hear your comments down below, and if you haven't, please like and please subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys very, very soon.